Welcome back. Let's chat commodities now. And before we get to specific commodities, it really is the monsoons which really seems to be bothering the markets right now. 6% below normal is where the rainfall stands at this point in time. But these are the other numbers which are mind-boggling, which is the drought warning now coming in from a government department that nearly 225 districts in 17 states could perhaps be looking at drought. This is a number that we have at the end of August. By end of July, the number was less than 200. So that really seems to have gone up as we see the end of August here. Of course, the monsoon in the month of August has been below normal for most of the states. But the concerning areas clearly are the producing belts. So while you have UP where the concerns are much higher, remember UP is an important agriculture producing state as well. And the other states are like Maharashtra. You also have Punjab, Haryana, to part of it, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu are many other states where you have many districts now falling under a drought threat there. But Hanish Kumar Sinha, Head of Research and Development at NBHC as well, now joins us to talk more about the same. Mr. Sinha, Dr. Sinha, hi. Thank you so much for joining us. First of all, what is your sense on monsoon and the drought warning that has come in from government on 225 districts in 17 states? How concerning would that number look to you?
See, overall, the monsoon in this is better to be normal for few states, and for the others, basically, those who are in central as well as the western part, there should be a deficit, basically. And in the southern states, basically, the deficit is going to be on the alarming scale, basically.
Dr. Sinha, what's your sense with the sowing number as well? Because at this point in time, we are less than 1% below as compared to previous year. But it's when you get crop specific is when the concerns really do strengthen on.
See, regarding the kharif crops, basically, I will basically address to these as a sector-wise crops. First, I will talk of cereals. In cereals, basically, rice, there is no major impact. Though more or less the production will be on the same side because area is almost the same.
Okay.
And most of the rice is grown in the irrigated belts. So the impact of monsoon won't be so much enormous. Regarding the smaller millets and ragi, basically, there can be a significant drop. The significant drop, basically, the millets basically is expected to drop by around 12 to 14%.
Sure. What is also your sense coming in for oilseeds and pulses? Because these are a couple of sectors where the numbers really are slightly on the higher side.
Yeah. Regarding pulses, if we talk of pulses, we can see a major drop in case of moong, urad and kulthi. These are the three major crops, basically. And two expected will also decline by around 12%. So the major sections of the crop are expected to decline compared to the last year's figure.
Also, how would you look at the prices going forward? Because at this point in time, there's not too much of an alarm on that side because we did see a good crop last year. So the carry forward is expected to be good. The government buffer stock, even in case of rice, is on the higher side. So would you say that even as the expectation of production this time around is on the lower side, the overall food security may not be hampered?
See, overall food security, yeah, I do agree that the food security is not going to be hampered because the major component of the food security lies with the cereals and the pulses. In both the sections, we have sufficient stocks. In rice, we have the rice and other cereals because we have the domestic stocks. In pulses, we have made up for the deficit by the import.
True.
So I'm not seeing much deficit alarm in case of pulses also.
So would you say that a high inflation is really not a possibility as we go forward for the next couple of months now? Or would you really keep a wait and watch approach on that?
I would basically see a moderate inflationary effect of the pulses in 3 to 4 months coming down the line, basically.
All right, Dr. Sinha, we'll let you go at that. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, that's the view coming in from National Bulk Holding Corporation. They feel that there could be a moderate inflation concern going forward. At this point in time, of course, even as we are looking at the sowing area and the production estimates on the lower side, the last year's crop perhaps would actually kind of fill in onto that one. Well, those are a bit of a concerns coming in from agriculture and, of course, the drought warning coming in from government. But there's plenty happening in the global markets as well, where we have seen a pressure build up, not just in case of the crude oil